fight, he had a Russian kid that was, if I believe he was Russian, I may be wrong, but his specialty was the ground and leg locks and submissions. And Michael ended up submitting him. Second fight, we had a really tough guy, a brawler. Mike, took the fight to him and just outmanned him. Third fight, we were supposed to be huge underdogs against Patricky. He was supposed to be a much better striker than Chandler. And the first 2 rounds, Chandler destroyed him on his feet. And when the third round came, I told him, okay, now he's ready. Now we're going to take him down, and you do your thing on the ground. And, he took him down and controlled him and pretty much beat him up on the ground. That kid, like I said, from the very first day that he stepped into the ring or the cage and that I seen him and that I had the, pleasure to start working with him, I knew that kid, he's destined for greatness. He has a very tough fight coming up in October, but, he is so talented that I don't see many people beating him.
Yeah, I actually covered the fight in Atlantic City at Bellator 44, where he beat Patricky Pierre. And I will also be at the Eddie Alvarez fight at Bellator 54, where he will get a title shot. So I hope to see you down there in Atlantic City.
Oh, yeah, we will be there for sure, and we can't wait. This next few months we're going to be very busy. We have a couple of guys here fighting on the 20th. And in October, we have Gray Maynard fighting for a title. And then a couple of weeks later, it's going to be Chandler fighting for his title. And then I believe November is going to be Jay Haran fighting for his title. So we have a busy end of the year. And I think we're going to end up, looking really, really good at the end of the year.
How is Gray Maynard looking?
As a matter of fact, we just got back from Philly. And today was officially the day that we started camp. His knees are 100%. Elbow is as close to 100% as it can be. So we started camp today officially, and he's looking good. And of course, like I said, it's first day back, but we're very, very excited, and especially because we get to go into this camp with him injury-free, and we can't wait till October 8th.
Now, after the last fight with Frankie Edgar and Gray Maynard, does it feel that this camp is actually more meaningful because there was a draw in the last fight? There was no definitive winner.
Yeah, I think this for this camp we're going to have to really, really make sure that we get the nod. If we can't stop him, we have to absolutely beat him every round. Frankie Edgar is a champion, and he's a champion for a reason. There's going to be, I think, the biggest factor for this next fight is going to be that Gray Maynard now knows he can do 5 rounds with no problem. After that first round, he kind of second-guessed himself as how much he should put out because he didn't know how much he had left, and he didn't know how he was going to feel, the third round and the fourth round, and then if it came to the fifth round, he had no idea. But now that he's done 5, and we've changed a few things for his camp, I think he's going to be able to put the pressure on when we need to, and show them, that he's deserving of this title shot, and he's definitely going to get that belt.
Absolutely. And one of the big questions, Gil, is what did you do for that after party in Philly with Vitor?
Well, with Vitor, we did nothing. Vitor is, he's turned his whole life around, and he's very much into his religion. and so we waited till we came back to Vegas, and we all went and had a very nice dinner last night. He's all about family now, and is very focused in his career. So with a person like that, you can't really do too many, too much crazy stuff out there. You have to respect him for what he wants and what he believes in. But nevertheless, it was a wonderful time last night, and with his whole family and most of the camp, everybody that could be there, and it was great.
Understandable. And one question I'm sure that's on everybody's mind is, what has Randy Couture been doing since retirement? Is he still showing up at the gym often?
He's been in and out of the gym. He's actually, trained a couple of times. But I think for the most part right now, he's enjoying himself. I know he's been up to his house in Colorado, and I believe he went up to Oregon. I think he went fishing a couple of times, and just spending time and working on everything else that he's got. He's got his X-Cap, his supplement line, and he's got a couple other things, and then of course with his movies. So he's keeping himself really busy.
What is the next big thing that all the UFC fans or fight fans in general that they can expect from Randy Couture? Does he have a new movie out or coming out soon?
Yes, there's something that's going to be coming up, and I believe he's working on it's not done yet, but I believe he's working on something else for another movie. And he has a couple of other things. Right now he's focusing on the gym, making sure that everything is running the way that he wants it to be running. But most important, I think that right now he's just taking time to himself and really enjoying life for the first time. I think he deserves it. I think he earned the right to kind of be selfish a little bit and enjoy his time. And we'll see what happens down the line. With Randy, anything is possible, and he's got a lot of stuff in the burners right now, and once he decides which way he's going to go, I think we'll see a lot of stuff coming up.
Have you been a boxing consultant on any of his movies?
I'm sorry, say again?
Have you been a boxing consultant on any of his movies? Have you been working on any movies as a boxing consultant?
No, not yet. I would love to, do something, along those lines. I just haven't had the chance or the time to do it or the opportunity, but hopefully soon. We've talked to a few people, and hopefully soon we're going to hopefully get some type of a role in helping out with some movies.
Awesome. And before we let you go, do you have anyone you'd like to thank, any sponsors, anything like that?
Well, I just want to give a shout-out to everybody out there, all the fans, because without the fans, all these fans that support these fighters, without them, nobody would have a job, including myself. I want to, thank all the fighters that we have here at the gym, and congratulate everybody, congratulate Vitor on his fight, and just say hi to everybody out there, everybody at Extreme Couture. We know we're a huge family there, and we have, like I said, we have a few guys fighting on the 20th. A couple of guys that, once again, I'm going to throw a name out there that I think is going to be huge in MMA. His name is Cesar Ferreira. He was in Vitor's camp. This kid is going to be amazing. He has a few things that he needs to work on, but very athletic, and I see big things coming from him. And then I want to thank you guys for having me on again. And, everybody follow me on Twitter, Master Mitter, and everybody out there also friend me on Facebook. And I love everybody, and had a great time in Philly. Great fans out there. Got to, hang out with Bernard Hopkins. And, this month has been great. We hung out with Roberto Duran. a couple of weeks before that. So it's been great.
Absolutely, and of course, we love having you on. Thank you very much for coming on again, Gil, and we look forward to having you on again.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it, and I look forward to it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Gil.
All right, you guys have a good night.
You too.